A few months ago, I got an air fryer and it completely revolutionized cooking for me. It's quick, convenient, and has allowed me to make a ton of new recipes, 3 of which I'll be sharing with you today. First recipe we're making are buffalo cauliflower bites. These are the things that I order at most vegan restaurants when I'm out and I wanted to adapt the recipe to home. I did find a recipe online, which I will have linked in the description. I don't want to take full credit for this recipe, but I definitely finessed it to make it work for the air fryer, and it's something that we have in a heavy rotation in this household. Here's what you need. 1 medium head of cauliflower cut into 1.5 to 2 inch florets. 1 cup of flour, it can be any flour of your choosing. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, or regular paprika is fine. 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. 1 cup of cold water. Now we mix this in all together, and this is the foundation of the recipe, so I may end up needing to double it, just depending on how big the head of cauliflower I actually ended up getting and how many florets I have left over once this first batch is done. If you find that it starts getting really thick, feel free to add more water, which I might have to do because this is almost a little too thick. This next portion of the video requires a little bit of multitasking, but you got this. Deep breaths, okay? So you've got the cauliflower, and then we have our batter. This little tongue tool, this is gonna help you so freaking much. So what you're gonna do, you're going to take a little piece of cauliflower, you're gonna dip it into the batter, and you're gonna use the tongs to kind of flip it and mix it. Feel free to use a spoon or a fork, whatever you have at home. Coat each floret in the batter and then put it in the air fryer, and make sure that you spread them out a little bit on the inside because you don't want them to get stuck to each other. It makes the flipping process actually agonizing. So we have the florets in the air fryer. I'm gonna put these in at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. As you can hear, they're in the air fryer. After 10 minutes, I'm going to flip them using my tongs and put them in for another 10 minutes. And then while they're in for that last 10 minutes, that's where we're gonna prep the actual buffalo sauce, because then you're gonna dip them in the buffalo sauce and then put them back in the air fryer for another few minutes. So there's like 3 different rounds of air frying, but it's what makes it so good and crispy. Y'all got a little stuck, didn't you? For this next round, I'm gonna put the temperature down to 370 because I think it may actually have gotten a little too stuck. That's okay, we're learning as we go, you know? Yeah, let's go ahead and lower that temperature. Time for my favorite part, which is actually making the hot sauce. So you're gonna want 2 tablespoons of butter for every 2/3 cup of hot sauce. You can use literally any hot sauce, Cholula. I don't know if you'd want to use sriracha, that's like kind of a different vibe. But I found this one from Whole Foods, just like a buffalo hot sauce. I love, there's just this like one brand that's called like buffalo hot sauce, and I am going to put a picture here because I do not know the name. Basically what you're going to want to do is microwave the butter, throw in the hot sauce, mix it all up, and then toss the wings that were in the air fryer in that hot sauce. Put it back into the air fryer. How many times have I said that in one sentence? Look at these little crispity doodahs. They look so good and crispy and delicious. So we're gonna try one together. Feel free to like literally dip this in anything. Do I have ranch? Shoot! I effed up. Nick, we don't have ranch. Oh, wait, I haven't tried it yet. Thoughts?
Oh my god.
Whoa! 10 out of 10 recipe, guys.
That's the best you've ever made it. What'd you do different?
I don't know. I did the same thing I always do. Foolproof, y'all. This next recipe is a little more involved in that it does require a little bit more cooking than just the air fryer. But if you take anything away from this recipe, it's that you can make amazing tofu in the air fryer. What you're gonna do is cut these up into little tiny cubes. Then you're gonna put these little tiny cubes in the air fryer, sprinkle it with some sesame oil, salt, and a little bit of pepper, and put them in the air fryer at 370 degrees for 15 minutes. Once the tofu is done and nice and crispy, you can always stop there and just prepare it any way you want. But I want to show you the way that I make this meal. So what I do is prepare some rice, And then I cook up some olive oil with green onions and spinach on the stovetop. I throw in the tofu in there, and then I add in some sriracha and hoisin sauce. Sometimes I'll add in soy sauce. I've actually added that. And then most of the time I do cook it with minced ginger. I have the bowl ready here, and I thought we'd do a little taste test. All the flavors just combine into something so delicious. It's got lots of vegetables in here, lots of healthy fats, and protein. And this is why I make it literally 3 times a week. The last recipe I am showing you is like comforting and warm and toasty. It's pizza. I'm going to show you my favorite way to make pizza in the air fryer. I found these plant power pizza crusts. You can also use these as wraps, but I found these at Whole Foods. They also have mini ones at Trader Joe's. This is what I put on it. Any kind of pasta sauce that you have on hand, cheese, and I like to go with chicken sausage, but of course, put anything you want on these pizzas and it'll all turn out just the same. Once you have your beautiful pizzas created, you're just gonna put them in the air fryer at 370 for like 5 to 10 minutes. This next part is a little like the game operation. We're gonna try to get this out in one piece. Shit. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure this out. That was a process. Okay, I'm not even gonna frick it with it anymore. What did I just say? There it is. Now, even though this is called pizza, and it looks like pizza, and it tastes like pizza, the odds of you actually being able to hold it up like a slice of pizza are very slim because, as you've seen, it's very flimsy. It is so delicious. Cauliflower pizza, man.